The only road connecting the Canadian town of Churchill with the outside world leads from the local airport into the heart of the village. Churchill, which counts only slightly more than 1,000 inhabitants, proudly calls itself Polar Bear Capital of the World. Polar bears gather here every year on the shores of the Hudson Bay, which freezes from the shore and thus enables the predators to hunt seals. At the airport, we are picked up by the local Sheldon Olivier. Like many here in Churchill, he has several jobs. He works as a bus driver, hotelier, and ranger. On our drive into the city, we stop by the edge of the bay, where Sheldon shows and explains us an old bear trap.
If you caught a grizzly in this manner, it would chew this to pieces, it would tear up the ground, it would literally, freak right out. The polar bear would simply go to sleep. This is outside of the control zone. This is where bears are allowed to be bears.
This is buggy 9.
The next day it goes into the tundra with a so-called tundra buggy. Whether the bears enjoy the visit as well may be doubted. Supposedly, the buggies are smeared with seal fat to attract the hungry animals. Tourists molest the polar bears not only on land, but also harass them from the air. And that's not all.
We often sling bears. We carry them underneath the helicopter on 50-foot long line, and we take them up the coast. And usually that works, but sometimes we get the bears coming back again. Sometimes you'll take them up in one afternoon, and next morning they're back in Churchill.
The question is whether getting rid of the bears by this obviously ineffective method of helicopter dangling is not just orchestration for tourists.
8,000 come here during bear season, and probably about half that in whale watching season, beluga whale watching season.
There has been times when the bears have come through the city. I haven't been there to witness anything, thank goodness, because I don't think I'd want to have a run-in with a polar bear. But last year, actually, at the restaurant here, just outside the back door, a couple of girls were just standing outside taking a break, and the bear walked right by the door. So they come into town, not often, but it does happen, so you always have to be careful. Especially when it's snowing out, they're hard to see because they're white, and when they walk around, you can't really even hear them. So yeah, you always have to be watching and just kind of on your toes. It's almost like you're in a video game. You have to get from point A to point B.
Polar bears are in a very serious situation. Without ice, polar bears cannot hunt, they cannot breed, and they cannot den in most cases.
The ice is melting on a rapid pace in the very far north, and it is very important that people understand that individuals themselves can and must make a difference. Number one, buying recycled. Number two, saving of energy.